Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming. It's on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Violet Memoir, Leigh's Path. So let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm Chan, you were up, and let's go. Dad, you're not supposed to tell them that. She starts smacking his arms while muttering something under her breath while he keeps apologizing to minimal effect. Now that he isn't glaring at us like we're criminals, I'm able to see him in an entirely different light. Well, he might be tall and it's clear that his body's been thoroughly disciplined with how firm he is. Most of his features are actually pretty soft. Figuratively. There's a gentleness in his eyes that hadn't been there moments ago, and he maneuvers his body like he's actually being pushed around by his daughter half his size. My eyes linger on the two noticeable accessories that hang off of him, his dog tags and a carabiner on his hip, both of which have a small flower attached to both of them. It makes him look pretty adorable. I don't know how I'd been so scared of him. Looking up at Leigh, he's just watching the two of them with a large smile on his face. I'd expected him to be uncomfortable along with me, but he never lost his cool. Usually he's pretty subdued with his reactions outside of some rare circumstances, but that's a pretty large grin for him. It's hard for me to now have one of my own, even after everything that just happened. Sorry about that. Lily likes to forget who puts food on the table around here. Despite the pointed words, it's hard to take him seriously with how soft the smile on his face is. Lily doesn't look to either, as she just blows a raspberry on his face. Maybe if you listened to me when I tell you stuff, I wouldn't have to get so mad. But embarrassing you is my right as a parent. It was in the contract and everything. Whatever, can we just eat? Alright, you win. We don't want them getting cold anyway, do we? Come on, boys, we got more than enough here. Mealtimes are refreshing back that nearly makes me completely forget about what just happened. I didn't think that Lily's dad would be the talkative type, but I can see it as definitely his side that she gets it from. He spent the entire meal talked about work or asking the two of us questions. Neither of us were able to get a word if we weren't answering something. Then again, I think we were just along for the ride. Leigh didn't seem to mind at all, and Lily just looked giddy that we were there at all. By the time we all finished eating, there was still half a pizza remaining, which Reuben put into the fridge before vacating to the garage to give us some space. Lily immediately dragged us to her room to show us around some more. It had been overwhelming seeing the sheer amount of things she owned. I hadn't even seen that many posters in one place before. It was the size of the bedroom that my brother and I used to share when we were younger. Her bed puts all of mine to shame. We're all easily able to sit on it, despite the sofa also in the room. When Leigh tried to sit on it, she shut that down in a heartbeat, insisting that we all group together like a real sleepover. It was hard to stay mad at her, but I have to admit, I wasn't really in the mood for girl talk. Thankfully, Leigh must have noticed because he picks up my slack, being much more talkative than he usually is when we're in a group. He barely said a word at dinner, not that I could blame him. Wallace, is everything alright? You've been awfully quiet tonight. Huh? Oh, sorry, I've just been a bit distracted. Is this about what happened earlier? I was just teasing. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. What? No, like I said, we weren't doing anything. I see Leigh shaking his head, reminding me that we were supposed to be using that as our cover story. But it's too late now. I might have been able to play it off as me being shy, but she's already looking concerned. What happened then? The two of you look like you just ran a marathon. How would I even explain that she isn't even that far from the truth? I'm not sure why Leigh wants to keep it a secret, but he seems to think it's the right idea. I can ask him about it later. Still, that doesn't solve my problem with Lily's question. Maybe it's best if I just tell her the truth. Just not all of it. I had another nightmare. Leigh had helped me out, but I didn't really go like either of us expected. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'd been so distracting with trying to make my sleepover happen, I kind of forgot why we were doing this in the first place. I should have been more attentive. No, it was my fault. I've been drowsy and out of it all day. I nearly fell asleep in class, too. Have you been struggling to sleep lately? I don't think so, but if I'm gonna be honest, my nights have been kind of blurry lately. Aren't dreams always like that? I guess. I don't know. It just feels like a little different this time. Did you want me to stay around? We could all sleep in here. My bed is definitely big enough. Leigh's ears twitch, giving his true feelings away beneath his composed stare, but I can feel his glare in my direction telling me to decline. No. No. I think I'll be okay. I kind of wanted, I can feel my voice getting caught in my throat, and for a moment I can feel myself panicking under her gaze. It's filled with enough concern and curiosity that I feel awful deceiving her. I think he wants this to be one of our first nights together. Oh, well now, I was only teasing you two about before, but if you really want to have some privacy, I'm sure I can work something out. Don't make this a bigger deal than it is. What big deal? There's no big deal here. You two just want some privacy after all, I understand. Thanks for understanding. Don't worry, the guest room is pretty far from the other rooms. We won't be able to hear you guys, so have as much fun as you'd like. Will do. I'm starting to feel a little dizzy with all the blood rushing to my head. I don't know how Lee's able to look so unfazed. His ears aren't even flushed. Everything becomes a blur from there as though he keeps giving teasing remarks while Lee replies with a serious answer that only seems to fuel her further. By the time we're leaving, she's shoving us out so we'll all go back to our room and spend time together. Neither of us say anything as we walk back to our room. At least I think we do. Everything's a blur at this point. I know we were just saying that to get her off of our tail, but it's hard for someone like me to not get flustered talking about that. The only reason I'm able to tell we've made it back to our room is because Lee nudges me out of my trance. You doing okay? Looks like you're about to collapse. I'm just a little overwhelmed. Did I overdo it? No, but maybe a little. It's hard to think right now. Thoughts stuck in your head, huh? A little. Is that bad? Is it bad you want to fuck me? That's what's worrying you right now? You don't have to say it like that. Listen, kid. Listen, Wallace. We've been over this. There's nothing weird about you finding me hot. It might be just testing the waters, but this is to be expected. If anything, this is closer to what I'm used to. Slower? That causes Lee to break eye contact with me as he seems to find everything besides me incredibly interesting all of a sudden. I haven't dated anyone before, but most of my encounters with guys tend to be sex before much else. I hope I haven't been disappointing you. You couldn't if you tried. Trust me. Is that something we should be talking about? Sex? Yeah. If you want to. Should we be, doing it? You're lucky your innocence makes you cute because sometimes it scares me. We can do it whenever you want. I'm always ready to go. I'm a little experienced with sex on the fly. I don't think I want anything that sudden. Maybe we should start slow if that's the right thing to do. There is no right thing to do. It's just what we want to do. How about this? Tomorrow night we'll try something out. I have an idea and we'll see how comfortable you are. Not tonight? I appreciate the excitement, but I'll be honest. I'm pretty beat up after everything that happened today. Oh, right, I totally forgot about that. How did you... Never mind. Sorry, a lot happened. I've been a bit distracted. But that reminds me, why did you want to keep it from Lily? Shouldn't we tell her? Listen, you saw what her father, right? Do you want to tell him that something happened to his daughter because we involved her in this? No. When whatever happened to us happened, she was only 2 rooms away, but it didn't affect her. I prefer to avoid involving her further for now. I'm not fucking sure what happened, but if we need her, I won't hesitate to include her, but I don't want any unneeded risks. What do you think is causing it? Lee? Shit, okay, are you sure you want me to tell you? Now you have me worried. What is it? I'm not entirely certain, but if I had to guess, I think it's you. Huh? Every time something has happened, you've been involved in it. I'm not saying you did this on purpose, or even that you caused it. But whatever is happening with these dreams, they seem to be targeting you. I'm not sure how I should take that. Excuse me. If we're being honest, there's not much we can do about it. It's not like we can figure shit out like this. We'll look into it tomorrow. Right now, we need some rest. That was an exhausting experience for the both of us. You're right, I shouldn't let this control me. Not yet, anyway. Now come on. There won't be anything sexual tonight, but that doesn't mean we can't cuddle. Ah, damn it. Okay. Well, I guess that's it for Lee's path. Let me go ahead and save that right there. Okay, well, we got a lot more content to get through, so... Alright, let me see what they got here at the end. Thank you so much for reading the latest build of Violet Memoir. Those who played the previous update will know that Lee's latest day wasn't quite finished, so this build has finished this day off. Most of this build was focused around adding a bunch of new assets to all routes, whether that was a placeholder sprites for a bunch of side characters or a new CG in Oscar's route. You should take a quick skim through all the routes to see who got added. Next update, we'll be back on track with an Oscar update and then a Lucas one, so look forward to those. If you have anything you want to report, please let me know on our post or on our Discord's feedback room. As usual, don't forget to follow our Twitter for updates and announcements. We have a Discord for Violet Memoir. Find the link to our Patreon, Twitter, itch.io, or click right here. Thank you for playing, your patience, and your support. Alright, so we're officially done with Lee's route for now, so we'll be popping back over to Oscar in the next video, so I am very interested to see where things with Leigh go. I'm probably going to have to do some heavy editing for the next night where they're together. Save some of that spicy stuff for the Patreon. Anyway, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and thanks to all of our lovely patrons for everything they do for the channel. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye!